Well, hello and welcome back, or if it's your first time here, my name's Vanessa Lee. Today is going to be about the Hoyas, and I haven't watered them in the longest time, but before I do all the watering, I thought I would just pot up some of the cuttings that I did maybe 2 months ago in my last Hoya care day. I like to kind of separate the genus just because it kind of keeps me focused. But yeah, so I've got these cuttings here. I'm going to pot those up first, and then I've got a couple of updates so I can show you around those. And yeah, that's about it really, just a bit of watering, nothing too hectic. So yeah, let's check out these roots. Cute. That's quite sweet. So I mean, there's not loads of roots. And then this bunch, see, they're quite tiny little root system. It's just that they're going to be quite heavy. So actually, for that reason, I probably will need a larger pot. Let me go and have a quick look round, because actually that one isn't going to be great. And then this one's also quite rooty. I think one of them, no, oh, no, they've all got roots. I just dropped one on the floor. Yeah, we need a bigger pot, I think. Okay, I'm back. I actually found this pint-sized cup. I'm just going to cut it down a little bit, because I won't need it to be quite so high. Cut that baby down. This is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to put, that is the wind. It's so windy today. I've got some clay pebbles. Put those in the bottom. Yeah, the weather has just been really just not pleasant, and I'm not loving winter. My plants seem to be quite happy, especially the anthuriums. Hoyas, I must say, aren't doing a hell of a lot during the winter. I don't think they're entirely happy with the heat and stuff. But yeah, the anthuriums are loving life, absolutely loving it. Okay, so I've got this massive long one, she's definitely going in. This one, just try and bunch them together a little bit. Yeah, I'm not a winter baby at all. It's just not my favourite. And I can't wait. I don't know what to do with that. I can't wait for summer to start again. I love summer. My favourite season for sure. And it can never be too hot. It can't be hot enough. Okay, so yeah, I'm just kind of plonking it all in really. I might have to cut that one and that one. Let's do that. Yeah, I just need them to be a little bit shorter, these ones. Oh, oopsie. And right, let's bunch them all back up. Yeah, look how high the roots are on that one. So that's why I needed to trim that down. Okay, let's get you all back in again. So yeah, I'm just kind of lining up the roots. Yeah, no, things have been very, very slow, and yeah, because I'm not working at the moment, I am kind of feeling like, whoa, how much longer can I do this? Being jobless. Okay, they're in. Hopefully this will be a nice easy repot. I didn't use any rooting hormone. I don't feel I need to, and plus I'm quite low on it at the moment. I do feel that the roots are going to establish themselves fairly quickly. A tap. Oh, and I've got some good news actually. I found one of my wishlist plants, and I don't know when I'm going to receive this thing. It's my very first time buying from sellers on Etsy. So yeah, a whole new experience. And as per usual, I've taken baby steps. Like when it's my first time with a certain company, I'm not going to be buying loads. I just want to see what the service is like first. Okay, I think that's done. Wow, look how bushy it looks. Oh, I'm really pleased. She looks very happy. Okay, maybe just a little bit more. Yeah, I really love using pon with my Hoyas, especially when they don't have an established root system. It's just such a good move. A little bit more. And when you put them in a clear vessel, then you also get to see the growth. So I'm sticking to the clear stuff. And actually, you know what? I probably could have put that in an orchid pot. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit anxious today, to be honest. So no, I guess it's kind of when you've worked, when you've been employed and you've not been working as a self-employed person, it's quite daunting, you know. I mean, when I was a model, I was self-employed, but I was much younger and I didn't really have any responsibilities. Well, that's not necessarily true. I did have my tutor, but I had like clients, customers. Yeah, I had clients that would book me fairly often. So it was at a stage where I was quite stable, and I'm sure I will get there with the plants, but it's just this initial, I can't speak today. Yeah, it's just this initial stage, you know, like building a business and not having a steady flow of income. It's scary. It's very scary, and I am trying. Okay, we're doing this again, guys. Yeah, I am trying to be positive and wow, I'm making a terrible mess. Yeah, I am trying to stay like positive and like, but at the same time keep myself active. Wow, I'm hating this now. You can tell I'm like feeling a little off today. Yeah, it's not a good feeling. Sorry, I keep slapping things in your view. Okay. So we went down a slightly different route. Yeah, and I'm just feeling like, I mean, I do suffer with anxiety and I have had depression in my past. I now kind of know I've got like kind of coping mechanisms that I apply to myself to stop myself from getting too depressed. But yeah. And I'm not the most patient person either. I'm quite an impatient person. Although I seem very calm and all that stuff, that is definitely something that I've taught myself to be calm. So like kind of, I mean, this hobby is definitely part of my mental health like routine. It really kind of helps me stay balanced and focused, and yeah, I could, you know, like, I don't know if you guys feel this, but when you're dealing with your plants and you're taking care of them, or like maybe you're really into exercise, because that was I used to love that about going to the gym. You can have stuff going on in your life, but when you're there at the gym and you're just concentrating on your breath, and do you know what I mean? Like you're thinking more about your body and how it's reacting, whether a weight is too heavy, or, you know, whether you're out of breath or whatever. You know, there's all these things that you're kind of concentrating on instead. And it's just a great, like, little escapism. One of them has literally bounced out. So annoying. Oh, another thing that I noticed actually, when I was propagating this plant, I decided to put it in a humidity bin, and it absolutely hated the bin. It did not like it. It was really weird. Some of the leaves, I lost some leaves. They went kind of a bit moldy. And yeah, it just wasn't as successful as I thought it was going to be. Okay, this is annoying me now. Oh, I hate this part. I actually hate it. Not working. It's too big. I'm just going to use this glass. Yeah, and I don't know. Today I phoned round a couple of companies to see whether they were taking on staff, because I don't know about this self-employed world. Let me know, guys, are any of you self-employed, and how do you cope? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'll just add part of this, because I think there's just too many parts to the plant. Did I lose a bit? I think I've dropped a bit somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pot these two together. And then all of the other parts, oh, they're all here. All of the other parts I'll put separately. Scoop over. Yeah, let me know, guys, if you are self-employed and how you kind of cope with quiet months. Here on YouTube, I do know, like, just listening to other planty YouTubers, that this time of the year is the quietest and when they earn the least, which I guess is kind of makes sense. roots everywhere. Okay, she's done. And it actually looks really cute in this glass vessel. It looks really cute. Let me show you a little closer. And we've got like a reservoir, so I can put some water here at the bottom. I mean, the roots are nowhere near the bottom at the moment. Still dropping little pebbles everywhere. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. She looks a lot more snug in that pot. And the thing with the Hoyas is, especially, yeah, the thing with the Hoyas is they actually like to be root bound. So obviously when you're potting up something with such tiny roots, you've got to be really careful what you're putting them in. But that one's done. Great, let's move on to the last. Now I am going to use this little pot, which has a hole at the bottom. So it doesn't really matter whether there's a reservoir or not. So yeah, I'm not going to do a reservoir basically. And now we can just put these little guys in and they'll have a home on their own. And actually this is a better move because it means when I'm ready to sell this plant, if and when I'm ready to sell the plant, at least part of it's kind of separated. There. And hopefully they'll not fall out of the pot. Well, it's a funny looking little one, but at least it's potted up. Ooh, almost spilled you. Well, I'm really pleased I got the hoover out and ready. Okay, and that's the other one. Funny looking little pot of, but this plant grows so quickly, it's not going to be little for long. She's going to grow into quite the beast, and I'll probably put that one in my kitchen. And then this one I'll probably put back with some of the other Hoyas. Okay, I'm going to do a very quick tidy up, and then I think we should do some watering because these plants, wow, so these plants are super thirsty. All right, let me go and grab that hoover. So yeah, I put this little cutting here in my kitchen, and let's give it some water. It should be fine. I do have a whole bunch of other Hoyas in here that need watering as well. Got any water in there? No, she's completely empty. I think I'll do those ones last. Let's go to the other side of the room. She's so cute. Absolutely adorable. I think I'm going to put this one. Yeah, she's just going to sit there. Yeah, so this is my other Hoya Australis Lisa. As you can see, we've got lots of new leaves, loads of green ones actually. Not quite so many variegated ones. But look, this plant is very happy. Really happy little plant. None of them are blooming at the moment. But yeah, that one's full of, still got all its peduncles. But I do have a new leaf on my Hoya flagellata. Just drag her out. Check out this leaf. It's so cute and fuzzy. Let me try and get some light on it. Yeah, when it first came out, it was really fluffy. One more leaf. It's filling out. I can't wait until it's like just full of these teardrops. It's going to be so, so pretty. But yeah, that's that little dude. Yeah, generally from the weight of the plant, I mean, this is as light as a feather. I can tell that it needs water. This is my crassy petiolata. Give that a little water. And yeah, all my Hoyas, actually I think I've probably got I've got about 4 plants that are in soil. All of the others are in pond, and they're all in no drainage. And generally, I mean, the Hoyas I don't really flush through so much per se. If I've got some hydrogen peroxide, which I don't have, okay, the reservoir's gone up. Yeah, if I don't have any hydrogen peroxide, then they don't really get flushed through. I haven't noticed any major problems just yet, but I am constantly kind of keeping an eye out. Now, normally I would fertilize, I use fertilized water every time that I water. It's like 1/4 of the strength that you would normally give a soil plant. And then I'll do one now in the winter, one with just plain old, out you come. Oh, you feel a bit heavy. I'll just do a very light one. Yeah, I'll do 1 week. Well, actually, that's not true, because I don't think I've watered my plants in about 2 weeks. So yeah, each time that I water, I'll do plain water now, and then I'll do one with fertilized water. In the summer, the water always has fertilizer in it, and I'm watering more often. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, she feels quite heavy. I'll just do a very light one. Yeah, I really love this Hoya. It's never bloomed for me, but I just love all the different colours, and the leaves are just quite stunning. Or they do feel quite soft, so she's definitely thirsty. Let me just fill up my little squeezy bottle. Okay, we've got to the stage where I've run out of fertilised water. I need to make up some more. Bung that in there. Yeah, she was very soft. She really needed water. So yeah, I could definitely tell from the leaves. They were just, yeah, they're quite soft. But oh, she's so pretty. I love this one. She's so cute. Okay, I'm just going to mix up some more water. I'll show you what I'm going to use. Yeah, so this is what I use. It's called Liquid Gold Leaf. Fabulous stuff. And it does tell you what you should be using, the amount that you should be using. And it comes with this like dripper tool thing. So yeah, I'm going to be using 0.5. Make sure you give it a good shake. So that is 0.5. Look how tiny that is. It looks like nothing. And with these plants, I'm just using water straight from the top. I was purifying my water and balancing the pH to, I think the pH was something like 5.5, but I noticed that some of my Hoyas, I'll show you, some of the Hoyas just started kind of showing out these kind of yellowy looking, I don't know if you can see that. It could be that it was getting too much highlight, or it could be that I did also add silica to that water. So we're going back to basics, back to how we used to do things, and they didn't complain at all. So yeah, this is my Hoya Matilde. She is a cutie. Absolutely love this one. On a little trellis. And I've also got the Matilde Super Splash as well, which I'll show you just now. Oh, the sun's back out again. Nutty weather. So sometimes you have to just wait a little bit before it goes down into the reservoir, the water. She'll get there. Don't want to overdo it. Here's my Matilde Splash. Ooh, a bit of sun on her. Very adorable. Again, I'm just going to check the weight of it. Sometimes I don't think I've watered and I actually have. It's kind of light. I'm just going to like give it a little fill up. This one is in a plastic pot. Well, it's actually a plastic cup. And then I pierced some holes here. So this one I do flush through. All the pots, all the plants that are in these kind of pots get a chance to be flushed through. And I'll probably do that like once a month. Or once every 2 months. I think that's probably more honest. But yeah, look how splashy she is. And you can also see like on the splashes, there's some pink as well. So it's getting very, very highlight, this one. And it seems fairly happy. I think it's happy. Funny little growth pointers there. With some little baby leaves. Oh, it's so adorable, but it's kind of curling into the pot. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully it'll work its way out. Let's see, is that enough water? Okay. She was thirsty. Okay, now I can see the reservoir filling up. Pop her back in there. This is my Hoya Chioki. And yeah, I also love to use, probably not mentioned this, but I do like using vessels just to kind of get a bit of height. With this one trailing, it's very useful. I'm really looking forward to this one blooming. I actually bought it for the bloom, which I don't normally buy. I mean, when I first started buying Hoyas, it was all about the foliage and I really wasn't bothered whether it would bloom or not. And then I suddenly started getting blooming Hoyas and I was like, oh my God, this is so rewarding. And I love the little pink flowers. And this one has a pink flower. Okay. So she's also in a cup that's inside a cup and you can see the waters overflowing. But yeah, she's done. Pretty little girl. Next, actually let me move these ones. So yeah, I told you this one's the flagellata, the new leaf. Crassipetiolata. And this one is Erythrina. Oh, yeah, Erythrina. She definitely needs some water, so let's do that. Yeah, I think at the moment I'm definitely watering now every 2 weeks. When I was doing it every week, I started getting a couple of yellowing leaves, and that is definitely a clear indication of overwatering. So yeah, they don't seem to be growing or doing anything in particular. They're not growing very much. So I guess they're not using up as much water as they would be in the growing season. But yeah, reservoir's filling up, and I think that's full enough. Matilda can go back. I've started giving this one slightly lower light actually, because someone, I think it was a subscriber, who told me this Matilda can tolerate lower lighting. Next, oh, this one we've already watered. This is my Hoya rotundiflora. I absolutely love this plant, one of my favorites. Not sure what the blooms look like. I really hope that on the leaf there isn't aphid. I think it's where no, it's just a bruise. Okay, good. But yeah, I really love the rectangular leaves. Very pretty. Next, when did I water you last? So this is my Hoya compactor. Oh, Carnosa compactor, excuse me. Also in a pot with some drainage holes. We've got a root that's creeped out of there. So it looks like we're getting to that stage where I need to repot this one. Plastic cups are very useful because I can just literally just squeeze them out. It just makes my life so much easier. But check out this plant, another Hoya that has a pink bloom. So cute. I can't wait for it to get like more dreadlocks. It really does look like dreadlocks, eh? Okay, the reservoir's now filling up. And yeah, I most definitely use the reservoirs because I'm lazy and I don't want to be having to water these more than every 2 weeks. Is great, especially in the winter. Ooh, and I can go back in there. This one is my Hoya Polyneura Bougette, and these two leaves here are actually quite new. Don't see anything else growing. The slowest grower ever, for me anyway. This has been a very slow growing plant. Just give this one a little bit of water. And again, it's in a pot with holes, so very easy for me to flush this one through when it needs it. Oop. Okay, that was clearly enough water. Looks like I'm going to be now mopping the floor, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one getting bigger also. She's very cute. Next is my Hoya pubicalic splash. Look how splashy this leaf is. So these are looking quite pale because I was giving this plant very high light at one stage. It's looking a little dusty, so I'm gonna have to clean them. I'm gonna have to clean that down. But yeah, in one of my drinking vessels, so I'm gonna have to go and buy some more. But yeah, it seems to be doing fairly well in here. And I actually have one more pubicalic splash, which I will show you, but this is like the small little cutting, and she's so whimsical and cute. And look at that leaf, heart-shaped leaf, so cute. I don't know who she thinks she is, but yeah, that's that dude. Get the larger one down. And then this is the larger. Oh, I love this plant so much. Look how big it is. This is the mother plant. Now, this plant was massive. It's been loads bigger than what you're looking at now. And I did lots of cuttings and I sold lots of plants. So many of my friends have this plant, and I also got the chance to sell some of it. But the leaves, oh, it's all about the leaves, and I definitely want another Hoya that has really large leaves like this. This brings me a lot of joy. A little bit more water. Not even touching. Oh, it's slowly going into the reservoir, very slowly. A little bit more. Okay, there we go. You can see it filling up. Another Hoya in no drainage, in a pond. Oh, this one's been kind of busy actually. I can see that it's busy throwing out these tendrils. This one's full of peduncles. This is my parasitica black margin. But yeah, also very thirsty. And so this one's in like a Tupperware, which is kind of cool because it gives me the option of being able to burn some holes using my soldering iron into the side there. So I could actually flush this one through as well, and I probably will do that. Okay, and then there's this little dude. This is my Hoya Retissa, and to be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing with this plant. It's kind of hit and miss. I get these yellowing leaves fairly often, so I'm guessing I'm overwatering. I know, if you have this plant, please do give me some suggestions. I've been giving it fairly high light. It's given me like some really Ripsalis-y vibes. But maybe it likes to be cooler. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, just give you a little bit of water. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably overwatering it, to be honest. I don't know, but this one has bloomed for me. Look how tiny this plant is. And it bloomed this year. I was so happy. The blooms were so pretty, little white blooms with a burgundy centre. This is my mini bell, and this one has bloomed. Beautiful little pink bloom. Okay, that reservoir filled up quite quickly, so yeah, she's done. This is my Hoya Singulatis Alas River. Must be very careful not to overdo it. And oopsie, and this is my Hoya Carnosa Dark Red, and check out that burgundy leaf. It's so pretty. Look at the edges of that one. So that the higher the light you can give this, the deeper the green is going to get. You can even see there's some pink splashing in there. So I'm definitely giving this one super highlight. Not all the Hoyas need highlight, and some of them really prefer not to be in highlight. So that's been quite an education. I've definitely been learning a lot more. The more Hoyas you get, the more you're going to learn. But yeah, she's so cute. I love the way that growth pattern is very whimsical. I got this as a cutting and it has grown. It was a slow grower actually, but once it got to a certain size, it became quite chunky. Okay, that should be enough for you. And this one I just balance in this IKEA, very affordable IKEA vase. I think these are like 75 pence or something like that. So cute. It looks so sweet in there, like that. Yeah, I also have this Hoya Crahanianum Super Silver Splash. And with this one you can see, if I get really close, you can see the condensation there. So with this one, I'm not going to water it. For me, that's telling me that the pond is quite moist still. Look at these roots. Yeah, I mean, I had a much larger plant and I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I over fertilized. I might have got my fertilizers mixed up. Anyway, the plant almost kicked the bucket. I managed to save as many peduncles as I could, and you can see it's just full of peduncles there. But no crazy growth. I think it's just working on its root system. Hopefully in the summer this will start trailing again and blooming. I really, really hope that. But yeah, I'm pleased that I had at least one plant to show you that doesn't actually need water. This dude, oh my gosh, last year it bloomed for the first time. The blooms are stunning, little burgundy blooms, and one of the easiest plants ever. I've actually had this plant for about 3 years, so it took almost 2 years for it to get to a stage where it bloomed for me. I did buy it as a very, very small plant, not as a cutting, as a plant. We got water in there yet? Yep, and you can see that there's water in that reservoir. So I don't know when it's going to bloom next. I'll let you know as soon as it happens. You'll hear about it for sure. This is my Hirschlingsikiniana. I'll put the right name up because I really don't know how to say it properly. It did look like it was going to croak it at one stage, kept losing lots of leaves. I've had it in a propagation box, in a humidity bin, and it didn't do a hell of a lot in there. But I took it out and it's been living in this. And actually, it's been quite content. I've originally put it in there just in case it still had a pest, and that way I could keep it kind of isolated, like quarantined. We can see some new leaves actually right inside. I don't know how I'm going to show you, but yeah, right in there, there are 2 little branches happening. Oh, that's so cool. That's very encouraging. Okay, I'm happy to see that. And I think that it's feeling much heavier now, so I think that's enough water. I'm going to slip her back in there. She does seem to be liking it in this thing, so, you know. Oh, the sun's out. It's so lovely. So yeah, I put my Crimson Queen down. Yeah, the leaves are shockingly white. It looks very dusty as well. I have to do a bit of dusting. Yeah, really cute. And reservoir's nice and full. Oh, that natural light is just something else. Oh, I can't wait for days like this. Roll on spring. Can't wait. And then the last one that needs some water is the Crimson Princess. Very similar to the Hoya Australis Lisa, but let me just show you. Actually quite different, in my opinion. I actually prefer the Australis Lisa to the Crimson Princess. Neither of them have bloomed for me. I would say that the leaf on this one, the leaf feels a lot tougher, definitely. And also because the stems of this plant are like tougher, then the trailing, like the whole, it took a long time before it actually started looking like it was trailing. So I'm gonna pop you there. Okay. Filling up yet? Ah, starting to fill up. Brilliant. Add a little bit more. you can see in the reservoir there's lots of water. Plonk you back in the kitchen. Yay, I think I did all the Hoyas. Oh, that's amazing. And I got something to show you. I didn't notice this when I was watering it, but this plant actually is growing. Look, you've got a new leaf. Can you see that? Right there, tiny little baby one. And a tiny little baby one on the other side as well. So yeah, 2 new little leaves on their way. So proud. Yeah, so you pretty much got like a little mini tour there. So there's probably 3 or 4 Hoyas in my bedroom inside a humidity bin that are recovering. So you didn't get to see those, but yeah, you pretty much got to see all of them. And I finally potted up the Hoya Australis Lisa, and I do love that plant. So it's really I'm really pleased to get those all potted up, and now I don't have to worry about those plants for another 2 weeks. So yay! Yeah, I think I've got the watering down. I think every 2 weeks during the winter is perfect, even though I have my heating on and they are under plant lights, because they're not showing any major signs of growth. Not that Hoyas like grow super quickly anyway. That's not necessarily true. Some Hoyas do grow very quickly. But yeah, considering it is winter, I think every 2 weeks is perfect for my environment. Didn't tell you what the humidity is in here. Humidity is, it's 20 Celsius in here, and the humidity is at 60, exactly 60 today. Sometimes it's a little bit higher and sometimes it can be a little bit lower, but not much lower than 55. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with. And yeah, I mean, they're not unhappy, but at the same time, I guess because they're not blooming, I'm like, okay, they're not blooming. Maybe they're not completely happy with me, but I think they are happy. I think they're happy and content, and I'm really looking forward to spring to see what they're going to do next. The Hoyas really do have big personalities. They just do their own thing. They're wild. They're wild. They're so wild. And you know, when they want to like climb on some other plant, they will literally just push out tendril and reach over. And yeah, they're very tactile. They like a lot of, yeah, they're quite touchy-feely. But anyway, I'm really pleased that I actually got all that done, and it's still fairly early. I'm starving. I'm so hungry. I'm sorry about the rumbling tummy halfway through that. So I'm going to go and make myself some lunch. Do give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, switch on the notification bell, and I will see you here again very, very soon. Until then, have a fabulous week. Bye.